Okay, let's talk about stock splits for a minute. So a stock split is just an increase in the number of authorized, issued, and outstanding shares of stock, coupled with a proportionate reduction in the par value of the share of stock. So what I mean by that is if I had common stock of $10 par value and I had 100 shares, if I do a 2-for-1 stock split, I'll write that on here, 2-for-1. So for every share of stock you had, you're going to get 2 in exchange. That means that I now have 200 shares outstanding. And what happens then is this par value gets divided by 2. So I have now $5 par value common stock. So you may wonder, why would a company do that? Why would they do a stock split? And there's a couple of reasons, and most of them I think are primarily just psychological. So for example, if the stock price starts getting really expensive, people don't feel it's as affordable, so they're less likely to buy more shares. So if the company does this, and in effect the market price will also be cut in half. So if the company does this, the owners will maintain the same amount of ownership they had before. So before I had $10 stock times 100 shares. Now I have $5 par value stock times 200 shares. Still have $1,000 worth of stock, but now the price of that stock will also be cut in half. So more people will find it affordable, and the idea is more people will buy the stock, and then it'll drive that price back up. So the stock split issues the number of shares authorized, issued, and outstanding. I mentioned that before. There's a corresponding decrease in par value per share, and all account dollar amounts remain unchanged. Also, there will be a corresponding decrease in the market price per share. Now, it doesn't have to just be a 2-for-1 stock split. I've actually had a stock go 10-for-1 once. I got 10 shares for every one I owned. I've also seen like a 3-for-2 type of stock split, so there's all kinds of things a company can do. So here, let's look at what their stockholder equity section was prior to the stock split. And there's 2 areas that I want to point out. One is that par value, and 2 is going to be the shares issued and outstanding. Now the authorized number of shares isn't going to change, but that par value will, along with the number of shares that are actually issued and outstanding. So this number doubled and the par value was cut in half. But let's go back over here and focus in just on the numbers. Ooh, sorry. It doesn't want to do that. Focus in strictly on this information over here. And if you'll note, it's not going to change one bit. Everything on that side stays the same, and we don't need to make any associated accounting entry.